Luke, you were throwing a right leg kick a lot in that open workout. I know you're a man that likes predicting moves that he's going to end fights with. Is that what it's going to be on Saturday?
Well, I think that's what ended the last fight, my left head kick of Mats Nilsson. It's definitely a technique I'm looking to land. To be honest, this one's going to be a bit hard to predict, but I still think it's straight right hand. I think he leaps into it probably early in the second round. I feel like after he's frustrated in the first, he's going to come after me pretty hard, and my right hand's my weapon, and I think he's going to land right on him.
Can you just talk about the car accident that you had a couple of weeks ago? I know you've been asked about it a lot, but how has it affected your training camp, and are you 100% going into this fight?
I'm definitely 100%. There's no, physically I'm 100%, mentally I'm 100%, you know, there's no problems there. The only thing it affected, and of course it affected the camp, I had about 3 or 4 days off training, which in hindsight was probably a good thing, I had a bit of a rest. But I brought in a specialist from the States, over from Boston, a guy named Jimmy Quinlan, who is a formidable wrestling coach, fantastic on the ground, he's a black belt there too, and a great MMA fighter. I've trained with him a lot, we have a good relationship. So I brought him in especially to help me with this camp, and he was too injured to train over the last couple of weeks. So he's still been there coaching me, but I haven't been able to be hands-on with a body that I paid to be over in the country, and it cost me a lot of money to have him there. So it was a big, resource for me that I lost. But I still had all my other training partners at Tsunami. I still had the normal camp, and there was no real problems. Just 4 days off, and I was a bit shocked. And I lost my car, so I wrote it off. I got to buy a car after Germany, so hopefully 50 grand will help me with that.
One of the things that's changed from the fight going into London is that you're now managing yourself. Is that correct?
Sort of, yeah. I'm my management company that I was with. He's moved away from mixed martial arts at the moment, so I've now got an agent in the UK who I'm talking to. And right now for this fight, it's a self-managed fight. Moving forwards, I may just have an agent. I might manage myself. I don't know right now. It's something I'm doing. But yeah, you're right. This fight I've managed myself for, and everything's the same.
Do you feel that's a lot on your plate to be focused on the fight, but also your schedule? And
no, not really. I've got great guys around me that take a lot of the stress away from me, and like I said, the agent I work with, he handled a lot of the stuff for me for this fight as well. So things like getting your shorts done, your band, all that sort of stuff. He was on top of it, and sponsorship. So I got a great relationship with him, and it's definitely going to build. Management is different. I think managing yourself within your fighting career and what you want to happen, there needs to be a big element of trust there for when you're going to choose who you're going to fight next, where you want to fight, the direction you want your career to go in. And I'm very focused on that, and I know what I want. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Sponsorship, all that other sort of stuff, that's why I have an agent. He does all that for me. My career, at the end of the day, I'm in control. But if I bring another guy in to help me with that, I don't know yet.
You've been very vocal lately, more than usual. Is that anything down to your mentor, Chael Sonnen?
I mean, everyone brings this up that, I'm very vocal, I talk a lot, and I was on the Ultimate Fighter, and Chael was my coach, but I was vocal before the Ultimate Fighter, you just didn't get to see it. I've always spoke my mind, I've always been very opinionated, and I have no qualms with saying what I think. And that's all it is, I just say what I think. There's no made up material, I just say how I feel, what I think, how I see the situation in my head as I say it. And that's always been the same. So Chael's given me some advice with a few things, no doubt, and being around that guy, he's a charismatic dude, so you pick up a few things, but it's always been me, it always is me. And if you look pre-UFC, pre-The Ultimate Fighter, I think it was my second, third or fourth fight, I can't remember, look at the interviews I did for that fight, and I was pretty damn vocal then.
We spoke to Sean Strickland earlier on, and we asked him about your height, about your range, and he didn't seem fazed by it at all. He said that he's got sparring partners and people he's been training with for years that mimic your height and range. What do you make of that?
Everyone's got sparring partners. Everyone's got. I brought in this tall sparring partner, all the rest. My boxing coach said it best, and I'm going to quote him. When you look at me, I'm tall. Of course, he's worried about the range. It's the only thing to worry about. I'm 6'6" middleweight. There's not many of them around that can wrestle, do jiu-jitsu, and he's probably worked with some Thai boxers. I'm not a Thai boxer, I'm an MMA fighter. My boxing coach put it best, he said, they think they can handle it, they imagine they can handle it, they see you on weigh-in day, you look frail, weak, you step into the octagon on fight day, the first punch you land on them, he said the world falls out their arse. They can't handle it, they don't know what they're up against, and they really, you'll see it, you'll see his face change. As soon as the first time I hit him, they don't realise the power I can generate from such a lean body type. When I hit people, it hurts. You've seen that in my last couple of fights. I dropped Andrew Quaid twice with relatively small shots. And then Mats Nilsson, I just threw up a kick. I hadn't trained kicks for the fight, and I threw it up and it landed, and he was gone. So I possess a lot of power for a man who's as skinny and small as I am. So you can say what he wants, but until he gets hit, he doesn't know what it feels like.
Are you happy that you'll be able to fight so quickly after London as well?
100%. That's why, the success I had in London was phenomenal. It was a very, very quick fight for me, quick turnaround. While I'm healthy, I'm young, and I'm so concentrated on mixed martial arts, I want to get as many fights as I can. So it could be a quick turnaround after this one as well, I don't know.
You obviously ooze a lot of confidence, but so does Sean. When we spoke to him, he's obviously riding a 14-fight unbeaten streak. He's undefeated, so are you. Is that the new challenge that you're looking forward to most aside that you're going to go up against a formidable fighter who's also undefeated like yourself?
Yeah, I mean, being undefeated, it carries some weight, but I'm 3-0 in the UFC. He beat Bob McDaniel on the season of me, and I don't see it as the same level. I think this is new to him. The UFC is still new to him. This sort of stuff. You guys, I'm used to it. I'm comfortable here now. It's a great challenge, and it's great to be, like I said, the last two opponents I fought, they'd never been finished, and I finished them both. This guy's never been beat. If I beat him, it means something. So I'm looking to get a finish. I'm looking to win, and I'm looking to win impressively. And then I take him to 4-0, and I'm the next guy to watch.